Hello, everybody. Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we catch up with our coaches this week, as we always do. And joining us is our softball coach, Stephanie Decker. And Stephanie, a good weekend, a game that, two games that were right there, nip and tuck the whole way, a couple victories. So a split for the weekend, but some great outstanding performances individually.
We did. We definitely grew this weekend, and it was kind of a weekend that was very similar to how our season's been going, kind of up and down a little bit, and we show signs of greatness and then signs of some room to grow. But Sheridan Sprague pitched her butt off. Yeah. She threw a great game, definitely deserved to win that game. But, good growth for her, and, are starting to show some signs at the plate that are good for us, going into these last couple weekends.
And one that sticks out in my mind right now is Courtney Ferguson. She has just been fantastic. You've kind of had her in the top of the batting order for the majority of the year, and she has just really thrived up in that leadoff or number 2 spot.
Yes, she has, and even a few weeks ago I moved her over to the shortstop position, and so she had to gain a little bit of confidence over there, but I think has stepped right in, and grew on where she's been at the shortstop position before and still being able to get it done at the plate as well. Struggled a little bit for a couple weeks there, and has now kind of started to turn it around and really find herself at the plate.
And another one is one of the freshmen that I think has come in and just been fantastic. That's Samantha Hossel. She is, she's taking control behind the plate. She's doing a lot of great things. And it's giving you the flexibility to use Casey Ward in some other positions and some other, opportunities.
Yes, and unfortunately with Casey getting a little bit older, catching starting to take a little bit of a toll on her body, but still finding ways to keep her in the lineup is great. And then, not losing anything behind the plate with Sam back there, and her arm being able to pick people off, and get runners that are trying to steal on us out. Last week with that pick play was a big defensive win for us. Like I said, we're not really losing much with her back there, and then still being able to have Casey on the field. So we're getting both of them out there kind of leading the charge.
This weekend, you hate to say with 2 weekends left in the regular season, must win. But it's kind of where we're at right now when you look at St. Joe's, UIndy, Bellarmine, Southern Indiana coming up over the next 2 weeks. This weekend, St. Joe's, UIndy. We all know about UIndy. We all know what they're about. St. Joe's, a couple games that are sitting right there for us.
Yes. The best news is that it's in our hands. We still have that opportunity based on how we do to get into the tournament, which we talked about at practice yesterday. And, just kind of going in prepared that St. Joe might have a little bit of extra motivation this weekend with it being their senior weekend. But if we're coming out and playing the way we should be able to put ourselves in a good position this weekend to make it to the tournament.
Outstanding stuff, Coach. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Jim.
Stephanie Decker joins us. You'll be able to follow all the action on our Twitter feed at Maryville Saints through the weekend. They play at Rensselaer on Saturday. And as of right now, depending upon weather, we're hoping to get the 2 games in out in Indianapolis on Sunday. If there are any schedule changes, just follow us on Twitter at Maryville Saints, and we'll have all the updates for you all throughout the weekend. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week. And as always, go Saints.